Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Iman Danish bin Muhammad Khamis. ID number PDL-1905-056 from DLM4C. Me and my friends will present about one company that has a positive effect and one company that has a negative effect during the pandemic outbreak COVID-19. So, in this video, we will explain about the both background companies, positive and negative effect, service available of both company, the type of goods, type of carrier, documentation, SWOT analysis, and the recommendation. Without any further ado, let me proceed to the first background company that has positive effect during the pandemic, which is GrabFood. As we know, GrabFood, commonly known as Grab. The founder of the Grab is Anthony Tan and Tan Hui Ling. The company provides a variety of services. GrabFood is a food delivery service that brings a great local food straight to the customer house. GrabFood run their business in Southeast Asia country. During the pandemic, with the existing GrabFood in Malaysia, it can reduce the unemployment to the people. People cannot go outside, and GrabFood is the best way to order food. GrabFood has run since 2018 until now. And next, I will tell about the background company that has a negative effect during the pandemic, which is Mas Cargo. Mas Cargo is the cargo arm of Malaysia's airline. Was founded in 1972 to manage the worldwide distribution of freight through Malaysia Airlines. The vision of the company is to be preferred air cargo carrier with world-class facilities and offerings, while the mission is to have a steady state of profitability to strengthen partnerships. Next, for positive and negative effect, Abdullah Arif will explain in the next video. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdullah Arif bin Shamsudin. Okay, I will explain about positive effect on GrabFood during the pandemic outbreak COVID-19. So, during pandemic outbreak COVID-19, delivery food by GrabFood got the positive effect because we as the citizen must obey the rules and regulation that government set up for us to overcome the virus. So many people buy the food using the apps that GrabFood create for the citizen, and to make other people can buy their food by using the app. So the GrabFood profits getting increased day by day during pandemic. In Malaysia, it was reported that some delivery companies had recorded more than a 30% increase in orders since MCO. We call movement control order since 18 March. Okay, the second one is negative impact on Mas Cargo during the pandemic outbreak COVID-19. So, Mas Cargo is the company do import and export activity. So, during pandemic, all company that provide air service are getting stuck and need to hold their operation and delivery. It is because we don't want the chain of COVID-19 increase day by day. So the profit of Mas Cargo decreased and got a lot of negative impact, which is the cost to do maintenance for their plane and salary for their worker. And they cannot pay because their shipment or order must hold for a while until they got permission from government to continue their operation like usually. So that's all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irfan bin Irfan from Hajar. So today I will present about our services that provided by Mas Cargo and GrabFood services. So for Mas Cargo have their own services. Mas Cargo have reset an airport within a seaport plan. The company has extended its services to Port Klang, also known as a major seaport in Peninsula Malaysia. It's designed by Azon and has been established in Port Klang to facilitate it. So Mas Cargo Company also do collaboration with Port Klang terminal operators to sustain in market. So iPort product and services also target and aims to promote Port Klang or KLA as the load center for sea and air traffic in the region. So next, cargo with this service will be stored in a permanent surveillance area prior to being a transport. The new iSecure service from Mascargo caters specifically for priority and secure cargo shipment. So furthermore, Mascargo also provide animal halter services. So animal halters start as a center catering to inbound animal shipment for staging and delivery. So that's our services that provided by Mascargo that I nutritious. So for GrabFood services, GrabFood services, they also have our own services, which is food delivery services. So these services can easy our customer to get our food that they order. So the GrabFood workers will bring great food by their own transportation from local restaurant straight to the doorstep of hungry customer that already order our food using by GrabFood application. So firstly, Grab Express is an on-demand delivery service that we are currently running to provide convenience to our customer by booking food from this GrabFood application. So this online services, the customer or consumer can send items such as documents, parcel, and gift to your business partners, families, and friends. So Grab is currently an on-demand service that pick up and delivers immediately after booking confirmation by consumer. So next services is the GrabFood service that connect local food business to people who order our food from this company application. So our company has always brought people to things that matter to them, and our company now commit to bring things that matter close to people. So when customer place an order with GrabFood, they receive it and send it off to the restaurant and assign a GrabFood delivery partner to pick up the order to bring it to customer that already ordered. So last but not least, so fast food doesn't necessarily mean poor quality. So with GrabFood fast food delivery, must use the application. The customer can be ordered that our food prepare only upon order to ensure it arrive hot and fresh at your doorstep. So that being said, you have endless fast food option on your fingerprint waiting to be explored. So this is our services from GrabFood and Mascargo. So thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurdamia. I will continue with type of goods by the GrabFood company. As we know, Grab is created to facilitate the public in various matters. GrabFood aims to get people to order food and be the medium of food delivery ordered by customers. First of all, the type of goods carried by Grab must be food. These foods have been ordered by customers from their preferred restaurants through the GrabFood apps. So, customers have to download this application to place food orders. This can also save customer energy because no need to go outside and just one click the food come to their house. Nowadays, around the world has been shaken by a very dangerous virus that called COVID-19. Therefore, people around the world are not allowed out of the house to prevent COVID-19. So, most people will use the GrabFood service to order the food they want because they have to comply with the rules of movement control. Therefore, GrabFood business has a positive effect during the pandemic COVID-19 as customers increase and the profit of company also increase during movement control order. Furthermore, GrabFood driver must have a GrabFood driver application to know the food ordered by the customers. When customers on the GrabFood apps, it will automatically show the hotspot area that have available driver in the customer's area. Hotspots is a place where the GrabFood driver stay or wait for the order from customer. For example, KFC, Domino's Pizza, and McDonald's. When a driver receives an order from a customer, such as a customer ordering food from a KFC restaurant through the GrabFood app, the driver will automatically deliver the customer foods by motorcycle or cars. Next, I will continue with characteristics of product that GrabFood handle. As we know, GrabFood provide a delivery service door to door, so they only do the delivery to customers who order from them. The characteristic of product that GrabFood handle is perishable. They must deliver after they receive the order and they can't keep the food too long because the food have period time to expire or the taste will be not same. They will send the order on time and keep the food is well and in good condition until the customer receive that. Besides that, during delivery, the food packaging is done by the restaurant itself. For example, KFC restaurant pack food in KFC box, prepared and placed in plastic bags. Then, the ordered food will be placed in a bag that has been reserved by the GrabFood company. The advantage of this bag is that it's a high quality material and is durable and waterproof. Apart from that, this bag can also maintain the hot temperature of the food and the quality and cleanliness of the food are guaranteed. Therefore, customers do not have to worry because the food will not be spoiled when using this bag. As a mass cargo, Malaysia Airlines Cargo, or known as Mass Cargo, is an air cargo company transport. The company's main office is located at Kuala Lumpur International Airport. This company is part of the cargo division of a major Malaysia Airlines company. In general, this mass cargo company was established in 1972 to handle the delivery of cargo worldwide through Malaysia Airlines Global Route Network. Other than that, mass cargo has the ability to serve customers' cargo needs up to 1 million tons. Okay, next there are some elements related to products and services. Between the elements in the product and service is iPort. This iPort aims to promote the port of KLIA as a hub for sea and air traffic in the Kelang port area. Other than that, iPort to sea uninterrupted cargo transfer from seaport in Port Kelang to Mass Cargo Advanced Cargo Center. This service ensures efficient custom declaration of any additional documentation as all sea to air deliveries from seaport are sealed by the customs departments and load into mass cargo schedule trucks for outbound destination via KLIA. The next additional element is iSecure. This element aims to provide higher security from each step, such as from the point of receipt to the point of delivery. It is also an airport logistic facility to the new airport from mass cargo. Thus, Cargo under this service will be stored in a permanent surveillance area before being transported to the destination. One of the benefits gained through iSecure is the service standard for guaranteed smooth cargo clearance, increased priority, makes cargo unloaded and shipped faster. Okay, now I want to explain about characteristic of product that mass cargo handle. Product that always use mass cargo services are high value products such as diamonds and gold. It is because the fare rate is not affected by the value of the goods. Other than that, the products are urgently needed which required fast. For example, medical supplies and machinery spare parts. This mass cargo can also be used as a public service. Then the public can use this vehicle to go somewhere, but usually this mass cargo is used by the public when they want to go somewhere far away. Therefore, mass cargo can also be used to import or export animals such as elephants and rhinos. There are many benefits when using mass cargo services. By using mass cargo, the time spent can be shortened. This service can provide satisfaction to the customers who deal. Furthermore, the benefit is guaranteed quality of goods. Goods order will arrive quickly and customer will get items that are not damaged and perfect as promised. In addition, the use of airplanes for the delivery of goods has a high cost due to overflight fees, which is a payment from a foreign airline to use the airspace of a country. These overflight fees have the same concept as the rights of the country over their land, where they also have right over their airspace. Furthermore, the package used for the package of goods to be sent through mass cargo service, wrapped with bubble wrap and put in a box. This is the basic packaging for an item. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Hajar, and now I am going to present about the types of carrier that are operated by GrabFood and mass cargo. As for GrabFood, there are various types of carrier that are operated by GrabFood to operate the service that the company provided. The first type of carrier is bicycle. For bicycle, GrabFood riders that use bicycle to operate the delivery service will need to use a halal bag or a big backpack to deliver food to the customer. For the second one, which is motorcycle, the GrabFood riders that uses motorcycle to operate the service will need to use a halal bag or a backpack just like the bicycle rider to deliver food to the customer. The third one is GrabFood rider that uses car. So, the GrabFood rider that uses car need to operate the delivery service while using a halal bag or a backpack to deliver the food to the customer, just like motorcycle and bicycle. Now I am going to present about the type of carriers that are used by mass cargo to operate its service. Mass cargo has been using air carriers in order to operate its service, covering the world's major cargo hub. So the first type of carrier that are used by mass cargo is Boeing 747-400F. Boeing 747-400F or B747-400F is a wide-body airliner produced by Boeing commercial airplanes. B747-400F is designed as an all-freight airliner used to carry crew and cargo. The freighter features a large-sized door and a nose door, making loading the airplane an easy and flexible task. Mass cargo operates two B747-400F in order to operate its service. The second type of carrier that are used by mass cargo is Airbus A330-200F. Airbus A330-200F is a medium to long-range fighter jet produced by the Airbus company. This fighter jet offers highly efficient operation with less noise and emission compared to other mid-sized cargo aircraft in service today. A330-200F has a large main deck cargo doors that allow the aircraft to accept all commonly used pallets and containers. It also offers flexibility to carry a wide variety of pallet and container size. Mass Cargo operates 4 A330-200F in operating their service.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amiruldin Zharif bin Zulkapli. For my part, I will explain about the documentation that involved in the business between GrabFood and Mass Cargo. So, first, let me explain about the GrabFood. For GrabFood holding, there are two types of forms that they use. That is, the first one is application form. So for application form, that they collect personal data about you in the ways listed below. You may also combine the collected personal data with other personal data in our possession. If you have or are a party to multiple relationship with us, for example, if you use our service across our various business vertical, or if you are both a driver partner, delivery partner, and elsewhere a passenger on our transport vertical, or a customer on our other business vertical, we will link you a personal data collected across your various capacity to facilitate your use of our services, and for the purpose described below. So they collected your personal data when you voluntarily provide to them. For example, you might provide your personal data to them when you completely a user profile or registration form, such as your name, contact information, and other identification information. Secondly, provide information to assess your eligibility to provide services as a Grab driver partner or delivery partner, such as a driver license information, vehicle information, and background check result. And third one is interact with our social media pages, such as social media account ID, profile photo, and any other publicity available data. And next one is participate in contests or event organized by us, such as the picture, audio file, or video you may submit, which may include image for yourself. And next one is verify your identity to various means, such as social media, login, submission of selfie image, or independently verified payment card information. And next one is fill up demographic information in survey, such as your age, gender, and other information you may volunteer, such as your marital status, occupation, and income information. And the last one is agree to take a ride with in vehicle audio and video recording feature. So all of them is include in the application form for documentation. So for GrabFood, they are commonly use application because it's more practicable and convenient for every firm nowadays. Another example of application forms, like they also already use receipt, invoice, already used in the application form. So in certain circumstances, you may need to provide your personal data in order to comply with legal requirement or contractual obligation, or where it's necessary to conclude a contract. Failure to provide such a personal data under such circumstances may constitute failure to comply with legal requirement and contractual obligation of inability to conclude a contract with you. As the case may be, Grab for business is provided as an add-on feature to facilitate cooperate billing for the authorized user use of Grab services in the course of work. When an organization client choose to utilize Grab for business, the authorities user is given the option to tag in their rights or other transaction to the client, or to tag it as a personal right. An authorized user is referred to in Grab privacy policy as a passenger. As part of the feature, Grab will disclose detailed trips and booking information that authorized users have tagged as being for business purpose to the client. Apart from this, Grab does not disclose other personal data of its authorized user to the client. Alternatively, an individual user may choose to set up a business profile within the app to facilitate the tagging of business-related rights and to generate consolidated trip report to facilitate submission of claim for his or her employer. So when we use in this mode, the claim process is user-driven and user-employer need to be client. For ease of reference, authorized user and individual user will each refer to as a user collectively as user in addendum. So for official receipt is a valid and updated temporary authority stamp OR. The stamp have an important part in companies, which is a self-ink stamp. A company can show its identity and represent the existence of the corporation. Almost all activities that are related to the users of the company stamp must be done along with the signature of the director or the representative. This is usually a law that is stated in the law and must to obligate at any cost. Other benefit that users of stamp like authorization purpose. For authorization purpose is mean self-ink stamp is used to authorize sales, transaction, agreement, contract, or other correspondence purpose. If a company wishes to issue document, then they need to authorize it using a self-ink stamp and has someone of authority to sign the paper. A document that has already been signed and stamped that can be deemed valid and legal, or the content of that document can become the responsibility of the person who signed and stamped it. A stamp is document represent an agreement of the whole company. Meanwhile, the signature only represent the 1% agreement of authorization. And second one, the benefit is affirming company decision. In board meeting, they usually would decision to make. This decision will come in the form of letter of company decision. With the signature of the company leader such as director, it will become valid. If a signed document is accompanied by a mark of a self-ink stamp, then that letter will hold more power and affirmation regarding the decision that have already stated inside. So the next one for official receipt is valid and updated motion for PA assistant with receipt and temporary authority stamp or valid provisional authority for expired PA. So for this provisional authority is kind as a permit that lets you operate in certain public activities similar to certificate of public convenience franchise, also known as CPC. Provisional authority is a temporary trucking requirement permit to be able to operate in such activity as a truck for hire. Is also usually given as a permit while its applicant is waiting for their CPC to be processed. So the validity of the provisional authority is only limited to up to 3 months from the day of application filed. It can only be renewed once for another 3 months of a usage upon request. To obtain your PA, here are the following requirements you will be needing for such as original receipt, that is OR, serve as a proof that you were able to pay for the registration for the vehicle in LTFRB. The next one is certificate of registration. It is the where your vehicle technical information such as the vehicle class, models, chassis, motor number, engine displacement, number of cylinder, gross weight of the vehicle, the net weight can be loaded in the vehicle. It also includes the maximum number of the passenger that can be ride and the personal information of the owner, such as the complete name and home address. And next one is both tracking requirement usually come in pay. The official receipt being the blue one and certificate registration is the yellow one. So not only that, they also provide a sales invoice and delivery receipt. Vehicle owner valid government issue ID with 3 specific signature. Comprehensive insurance, a picture of a front and back of vehicle. Additional requirement is vehicle owner is not present. Vehicle requirement that is not present by the owner is authorization letter. And that's all for the grateful documentation that is most commonly use data about the driver and the client. So I will move to the mass cargo documentation. So for the next one, I will explain about the mass cargo documentation in order to bring your pet. So before I start, I will let you know that is mass cargo has a specialization among the air freight companies, because mass cargo is the only one in Malaysia that is provide an animal delivery to the internationally. So they are mostly professional with handling their goods, because they play with a live animal. So in order to bring your animal, you will require the following document, such as health certificate. So mass cargo will contact you and go over your pet vaccination history and advise you to the next step. So they will also contact your veterinarians, because if necessary, to introduce themselves, go over your pet vaccination history and advise the veterinarian as the next step. This communication help to avoid any miscommunication between you and your veterinarians. A health certificate is written by a doctor and display the official result of the physical examination. In addition to this document, a health report may also be required, an original certificate issued by private government veterinarians stating that the pet is healthy and free from any contagious or infectious disease at the time of inspection is required for all pets entering and leaving Malaysia. So a health certificate is written by a doctor and display the official result of the physical examination. In addition to this document, a health report must also be required. So the next one is export and import permit. So as we know, every transaction must every company must have export and import permit if they want to deliver their product internationally. So Mass Cargo Malaysia operating as Mass Cargo is a cargo line which is head office in the Advanced Cargo Centre (ACC) on the ground of Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Is a cargo division of its parent company Malaysia Airlines that it operates scheduled charter air cargo service as well as airport to seaport cargo logistics via ground transportation. Shipper must produce fax copy of import permit in tandem to their aim of being a totally integrated logistic provider. Mass Cargo Logistics Sejarah Berhad has over a years established an affiliation of worldwide logistic partner in countries such as Middle East, USA, Europe, whose they work closely with to achieve systemized and smooth cargo movement. All sensitive cargo are mindfully handled by Mas Cargo Logistics Jabal Berhad all the time, with daily and weekly report issue to relevant agent. Upon request, we can also make a special arrangement from the pick-up point to its final port of destination, which include the handling of pre-declaration custom from as well as obtaining the necessary endorsement from the government for the purpose of duty exemption. All movement between seaport and airport shall be moved by MH truck flight. So, multimodal transport operator (MTO) has been appointed as a multimodal transport operator by the Ministry of Finance since 2007 to facilitate all the government agencies shipment that cover both import and export. The export permit is obtainable from government veterinary Malaysia, and the import permit can be obtained from the country of destination. So to import the animal internationally, you also need a rabies vaccination of certification. So rabies vaccination certification is application must submit RNATT declaration for the animal being exported from a Department of Agriculture, Water and the Environment group that is 3 countries at the time of permit application, and of an official government veterinarian within the country of export must complete, sign and endorse the RNATT declaration. A copy of RNATT laboratory report must be submitted with the RNATT declaration. So rabies vaccination also considered as a core vaccine. Rabies vaccine for example, like a dog, are required by a law in the US. All dogs should be vaccinated for rabies or approximately 14 weeks of age, and then again that 1 year of age. Depending on your local regulation, revaccination should be happen every 1 of the 3 years. So by possession of the rabies vaccination certificate is the owner only proof. Besides veterinary record, the animal has been vaccinated. The information and rabies certificate must therefore a special, accurate and clearly legible. So the next one is packing requirement. Packing requirement is such is looking by the cage must be suitable for the animal, and the feeding watering facility must be present within the container with outside access for refilling. And next one is kindly use ensure absorbent material, and any consignment will be rejected if found sufficient and not following IATA standard. So next one is freight documentation that involved in mass cargo, that is dot receipt. Dot receipt confirm that cargo has been received for shipment. This document is issued by the shipping company and transfer accountability for the safe transport of the cargo from the shipper to the carrier. So next one is bill of lading. A bill of lading is the evidence that is the contract between shipper of goods and the carrier. And next one is shipping guarantee. Shipping guarantee is a written document issued by the bank which will take a joint liability, and it will hand it from the importer to the carrier or its agent for picking up the goods. And next one is packing notes of or list. A packing list, it provides the information needed to transport purpose. It includes the data of the invoice, the buyer, the consignee, the country origin, transport, and etc. So that's all for this part.
Okay, now my turn to explain about SWOT analysis of both company, which is Mass Cargo and GrabFood. So before I start, let me explain about SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is the strategy planning technique that used to help a person or organization to identify their strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat related to their business, competition, or project planning. So, every companies have their own SWOT analysis for do a great project planning. So, here the SWOT analysis the companies that our group choose, which is GrabFood and Mascargo. So, let's go. Okay, I will explain about SWOT analysis. So the first company I will explain GrabFood. Okay, they have four like I tell before is strength and weakness, opportunities and threats. So strength and weakness is the internal and opportunities and threat is external. So the GrabFood strength is wide variety of food selection because they do not a collaboration but in their apps have the many restaurants. So the customer will order what they want. So the rider will order based on customer demand. So the second one is sometimes have limited time offer, and the third is sometimes have free delivery service because they only use their own vehicle. So the rider will charge only a little bit for their cost to their cost for fuel. Okay, so the second is weakness, a weakness for GrabFood. Okay, the first point, not available in all countries. Okay, as we know, GrabFood only run their business in Southern Asia country, so they don't provide at Europe or South Africa. And the second point is does not cover all areas in the city or obscure area. So GrabFood not provide their service in the obscure area like village or other place that they don't reach. So the third is cannot pin your location correctly, so have to manually input your location. Okay, so like the other apps cannot pin your location correctly, so we must set up our location that we live, and so we can get the location correctly. So the third one is opportunities. Okay, opportunities that GrabFood have can set advertisement on social media. So they can boost their advertisement in Twitter, Instagram, or in other platform. So the second is can give out promo codes. So the customer can use promo code to get their the foods more cheaper and can decrease cost that customer must pay. So the last is threat. GrabFood threat is many competitor in the field. So as we know, GrabFood provide their delivery food delivery. So the company that same service like Foodpanda, Dah Makan, and Bungkus Eat. So they must compete in the market. So the second is delivery time, sometimes out of expected time. So like we know, the customer wait their the customer order the food, and the rider will submit their order to their customer demands that customer want the food, like example McD. If McD is the far from their customer location, so the times that deliver is more longer than their expected time. So that's all from not that's all. So we go to the next company is Mas Cargo. Okay, the second SWOT analysis I will explain about Mas Cargo SWOT analysis. Okay, their Mas Cargo strength is serving almost 100 destinations worldwide. Mas Cargo delivers through scheduled freighter service and belly capacity on its holding company aircraft. And the second is the company has developed into a global brand, becoming one of the most trusted cargo carriers, particularly in Asia. So the third one is Mas Cargo wins award and achievement from 2001 until 2012. So their weakness is Mas Cargo doesn't have a warehouse in the East Malaysia. So they cannot store their goods at East Malaysia country. So the second one is the second one weakness is Mas Cargo difficult to decrease the price of full of the A330 freight. So, and the third one is sometimes they cannot achieve their expected delivery time. Okay, so the third element is opportunities. Mas Cargo continue to grow their business around the globe and want to be one of the world most technically advanced cargo operator. And the second is to provide innovative and cost-effective solution, meeting customer satisfaction by consistently and producing superior operating result. And the third one is Mas Cargo freighter service will further build on its strength in the Orion station. Will emphasis on the Chinese market to improve yield and overall revenue. The main trade lanes will be from the Orient and Far East into Europe and Australia. And the last one is about trade, Mas Cargo trade. So the Mas Cargo trade is Mas Cargo cuts down its operation that previously flew to Frankfurt City 3 times in a week. So the second is customer has listened after they had lost their trust toward Mas and hence affected Mas Cargo service to after the incident. So that's all from me.
Now I am going to present about the recommendation on how GrabFood will be able to sustain their operation during and post-pandemic outbreak COVID-19. Firstly, GrabFood need to be following the standard operation procedure (SOP) that have been set by the government. This means GrabFood need to follow a specific procedures that are related to its operation, which describes the activities that are necessary to complete the task in accordance to industry regulations, provincial laws, or even their own standard for running their business. For example, GrabFood need to practice contactless takeaway stations for the riders to pick up orders at a safe distance from the restaurant staff. The riders also need to practice contactless delivery to the customers. GrabFood also need to practice regular temperature checks of their staff and delivery partners, which are the riders. They also need to wash their hands with soap or hand sanitizer before handling the food. They need to follow these procedures to keep them and the customer safe during the delivery process. Next, GrabFood need to apply a new operating systems. This is to help effectively manage, control, and supervise goods, service, and people. The example of operating system that GrabFood can apply is to make an automated customer service where the system will be controlled by a computer that was supervised by the company. This will allow them to focus on the delivery service and giving customer satisfaction. Lastly, GrabFood need to hire more labor because the demand will keep increasing. By hiring more employees, GrabFood can operate their business faster and more efficient. This is because GrabFood is considered as one of the country's frontliner during this pandemic. So, if the company lack labor, it will affect the customers where the food that the customers order will arrive late, and this will decrease customer satisfaction. So, if GrabFood hire more labor, it will help encourage the customers to choose the company when ordering their food using the company's online platform.
So the last one is the recommendation on how carriers able to sustain their operation during and post-pandemic outbreak COVID-19. So the COVID-19 is keeping rise up by the day after day. So based on the situation that we are facing right now, our country will facing a hard time because of COVID-19 pandemic. This situation gave a bad effect to our daily activities, and it also affect way more to every company activities that can cause a big loss for them. So my recommendation about the how GrabFood and Mascargo can sustain their operation during the post-pandemic outbreak COVID-19 is by following the standard operation. So I will specifically explaining about the Mascargo. So Mascargo must follow the standard operation procedure, also it's called as SOP. Procedure specific to your operation that describe the activity necessary to complete tasks in accordance with industry regulation, provision, law, or even just your own standard for running your businesses. So Mascargo is a most of famous career among the company. Different than other company, Mascargo reached a highest profit in the COVID-19 because the demand of the medical equipment are boosting and their service are maximized enough for their customer. So what they have to do is they need to sanitize the area that store in their inventory and also remind their delivery partner of the contract for the contactless delivery. They just need to use their online platform to make an arrangement with the customer and agree on a drop-off spot that is safe and will minimize a physical contact between them. They were been a bit hard for Malaysia in the handle COVID-19. So for the next recommendation is Mascargo must also apply new operation system that is use high technology equipment. So Mascargo is one of the company who gain more profit while pandemic spreading. So they can invest their money to improve the system. This can make the operation system become more efficient and also they can maximize their profit. It also can reduce the cost and decrease the number of labor. It can make Mascargo is the most sustainable company in the Malaysia even though this COVID-19 pandemic. So and the last one is for Mascargo is they also can hire more labor because of the pandemic. There are many people who want to go back to their hometown which they can use this Mascargo services for the their flight, but by lacking of the labor, it's difficult and hard to Mascargo labor to control the movement of the passenger. The Mascargo firm must hire more labor for the easier to control a lot of passengers that gather at this Mascargo port station. For example, if lack of the labor, which is our movement of person will be lag and slow because of the strategic planning. Not only that, Mascargo is one of the carrier firms who deliver a medical equipment. By hiring more labor, they can help frontline handle pandemic more efficient and faster. It can be a big help for citizens at Malaysia. By having a good services like this, Mascargo has a potential to become one of the successful company in the world. So that's all for the recommendation for the Mascargo. Thank you.